Hello everyone, my name is Abhay Upadhyay. I am a data scientist and business analyst intern at the Sparks Foundation, and this is my submission for task 3. Perform exploratory data analysis on dataset sample superstore. What are the objectives? As a business manager, try to find out the weak areas where you can work to make more profit and what all business problems you can derive by exploring the data. We need to first import all the necessary modules in order to use all the visualizations. After that we import warnings in order to get rid of it. After that we start with the reading the dataset. We are using samplestore.csv data. All this code is available on the github. You can we can take it from there. After that we use a .head function in order to get a peak view of all the data. After that in order to get the ending view we can use .till function, and we cannot manually count, so you will use data.shape. So there are 994 rows and 13 columns. After that we check all the data types and the information, whether there are null values or not, whether what are its data types. We use the describe function in order to get all the numerical values, that are count, mean, standard deviation, all the quartiles and minimum max values. We use checking correlation in order to get a view of what all attributes are correlated to each other. We do not need to get all we do not need to look at all the numerical values. I'll use a heat map in later stages, and you'll get to understand over there. After that we check whether there are null values or not. Having null values make a dataset untrustworthy, so if there are any null values we need to we need to do data cleaning. So as there aren't any null values, so we do not need to do any data cleaning. After that we are adding two more columns, that are cost and profit percentage, in order to get a clear view of how much where we are going wrong, where we can make more profit, that all things. We'll start with the visualizations as said previously. This is the heat map used to show you the correlation between various attributes. So cost and sales are highly attribute, as it is darker in color and it is 0.93. So cost and sales are highly correlated to each other, and discount and profit are negatively correlated, as there is minus 0.77 value over here. So these two attributes are correlated to each other. We'll start with visualizing the top 10 sales of the company. So which states give us the top 10 sales? So California gives the highest, New York second, Texas third, and rest of all these things. Moving ahead to the top 10 profit making states. So California, as being the highest sales state, it also makes the most profit, followed by New York, Washington, Michigan, Virginia. And what is the preferred mode of shipping? So as you can see in this graph, the standard class is the preferred mode of shipping. So all the states should have standard class of shipping mode available in order to get the trust of customers. After that we'll do a customer analysis. So there are three types of customer: consumer, corporate segment, and home office. So consumer consumer consists of the highest number of customers, followed by corporate segment and home office. So we need to make schemes having the idea of consumers, as it constitutes more. After that, moving ahead to the product category analysis, that is what type of products are the most. So there are office supplies categories, there is furniture and technology. Office supplies category constitutes the most number of products in a supermarket. Moving ahead, what all regions have what all types of um, what all types of product. So as seen in the previous graph, these two is the same, but these are all in different region. West has the most number of products, followed by east, and after that central, and the least is south. But the but more or less it is the same, that you can see office supplies is the highest in all, and followed by furniture, and technology is the lowest in all. So the overall view is similar. After that we'll have a look on what all type of product we need to give the most number of discount. So on furniture we need to give the most number of discounts, so it isn't profitable, we need to cut it in order to curb the losses. After that what gives us the most number of sales? So technology gives the most number of sale, So we need to have a look at technological products and increase it in order to get more profit. And talking about profit, so profit technology products again make the most number of profit, and office supplies does not make most number of profit, despite being the highest quantity. Despite being the highest quantity of products in a supermarket, it fails to make the highest number of profit. So we need to cut it out uh, in order to curb the losses. So moving ahead, we'll have a look on how much it sell and how much it profits. So we can clearly see that technology has the highest sale and the highest profit, followed by office supplies. Office supplies has profit, but it does not goes much sale in office supplies. And in furniture sales are high, but the profit, we are not making much profit for furniture. So these two, that is furniture and office supplies, aren't giving us much sales and profit, but technology is doing both. So we need to have a look over technological product. After that, we'll move on to the subcategory wise analysis. So we have the most number of items are here are binders and papers, followed by furnishing, storage and accessories. If we can see in the graph, if this graph isn't enough, we can move to this graph, which says that the 15.2% are binders, followed by papers at 30.7%, furnishing is 9.6%, and phones is 8.9%, and the rest. So we can say that binders are the highest number of products in a supermarket, followed by paper, furnishing and etc. After that, we'll have a look on how much discount we need to give on the product. So office supplies office supplies in which binders has to be given more amount of discount, so we need to cut it out in order to curb the losses. And again, in technological machines need to be given more discount, but as it gives more profit, it can be considered. Moving ahead, what gives us the top sales? So copies and machines has the highest sales, and which in turn makes the most profit. And after that, region wise analysis. So how much, what regions gives what amount of sale and what profit. So west gives the most number of sales and the most profit, followed by east gives the most sales and profit, followed by central, and the least is south. So we need to make schemes having idea of west and east in mind. This graph 2 shows the same thing, that is west making the more number of sales, followed by east, central and south. After that, we'll start a city-wise analysis. Uh, there are 531 cities in which a supermarket is present, and New York City has the most number of supermarket, that is 915. Still, it isn't the highest sales making state. So we need to have a look at New York City as well, in order how we can make it the most profit making and sale making state. You can see it over here that California is the highest profit making and sale making state, followed by New York. New York is the second. So what I'll conclude? So from the above visualizations, I derive that the more the sales, the more number of profit. So as the product which sells more will give you the more profit. California and New York are the topmost sales and profit making states. We can have more schemes and discounts over there to attract more customers and gain more profit. The third one is West region have the largest customer density, so come up with the new schemes to attract more customers. So West schemes has the largest customer density. We can make new schemes to attract more customers over there and have more profit. We need to produce less furniture items, as we need to give more discount on it, and sales are less compared to technology. So we should look more into technological type of product, as it gives you more profit. New York City has the most number of outlets, and yet it isn't the highest profit making market. We need to look into this matter. So how we can make this? We need to give schemes over there. We need to cut out all the unnecessary products over there in order to curb the losses. After that, office supplies occupies the largest product density, and yet it isn't the most profit making product. So we should increase the amount of technological products, so as it makes more profit, and come with various scheme for office supplies. So we need to get rid of the office supplies and increase technological products in order to have more profit. And office supplies items are being given the most discounts and makes the most sales, and yet isn't the most profit making. We should limit its production and focus on other sector. Other sector includes technological and furniture, which gives us more profit. And the most preferred mode of shipping is standard mode, so it should be made available in regions with highest sales. So this was my submission for task 3. Thank you.